Hello everyone, in this video I will guide you each and everything how to secure cPanel WHM server. As everyone knows about, if server is not secure, that means your website is not secure. If your website is not secure, that means your data is not secure. So if your data is not secure, as we knows, data is everything. If we get lost the data, that means you are losing your customer trust. So how to secure cPanel WHM server? Let's discuss each and every point in more detail. Let me share my screen. So as you can see, this is a cPanel WHM dashboards. So first point is permit the access of root user. What is a permit the access of root user? Mostly attackers, hackers, what they do is actually they try to log into the root user, because root is a main administrator user. With all the commands you can run as a root user. So first we need to disable the root user access. So I'm already logged in with the server. So we will disable the permit, enable the permit root login access. Yes, and let us save the file. WQI. Let us restart the service. So now you can see we have disabled the server root access. Now let's move to the next point. So next point is create dedicated SSH user. Create dedicated SSH user means we need to create the sub SSH users, as we need to sometimes we need to execute the some command behalf of a root user. So as if we need to install any command, we most required root or administrative access. So with sub admin user we can execute the command. So let us add the new user. User dd. Let us set the password. User dd. So here we will set the password. So you can see the password is successfully authenticated. So now let's move to the point number third. So third point is change SSH default port. So after user root access, hackers knows about SSH default port is 22. So mostly hackers, what they do is actually they try to uh, access the server through 22 port. So if we change the password, obviously after some wrong attempt, their IP should be disabled. So how to change the SSH password? Let's do it. So here we can change the port, SSH port. So we will change the port with 3 digits. Let us save the file. Now let's restart the service. Oops. Let's log in with another one. So let us restart the service. So you can see the SSH port has changed. Now let's move to the next point. So next point is set up CSF firewall. CSF firewall is import plays a vital role in server security because if CSF is it plays a role as a gateway. So if CSF is not, so CSF is a free firewall. You can install any other third-party paid firewall as well, but I will recommend you to install the CSF firewall. If you are a budget constraint, if you have a budget constraint issue, so let us install the setup CSF firewall. So to install the CSF firewall, we will execute this command. See, CSF is downloaded. It is CSF. You can see CSF is installing. So you can see the CSF firewall is installed. Now let us check. Under plugin, you can find the, let us refresh the page. So here you can see the CSF firewall dashboard. So let's enable the CSF firewall. So we have installed and activated the CSF firewall. For advanced, or what I mean to say is a complete detailed video, I have created another complete detailed video about CSF firewall. So you can watch it in my YouTube channel. So let us move to the next point. So now another point is restrict server access by IP address in WHM. So as we have done the change the server root, disable the server root, user root, as well as we change the server SSH port 22 to 999, as well as apart from it, we have installed the CSF firewall. But still there is a few things which we need to do. Restrict server access by IP address in WHM is main point. User cannot log into the access the server through as a root user, but but we need to disable the admin access as well, because user can access the server through web browser. So we need to allow the WHM panel access only with certain IP. I mean to say, you need to enable the enable the WHM or cPanel access with your within your organization. So how to disable the WHM access globally? Let's do it. So here we will find the host access control. In host access control, we can disable the access. Suppose if we wanted to disable the cPanel, so cPanel service is cPanel D and access list all, action deny, service is cPanel D. Let me check my IP. What is my IP? Now, so now I can access cPanel only within my network. Out of network, cPanel will not be accessible. So now let's move to the next point. So next point is disable the dangerous PHP function. What is exactly? Suppose if if you have functionality like upload file in your application or in your website. So suppose if you didn't added the rule, or we can say the restriction validation, to check the file type. So if user uploaded a PHP file and added the and executed the some SSH functions, so that means hacker can access your server easily within through your app or through your website. So we need to disable the some dangerous function which is not using in your app or web application. So how to disable those functions? Let's do it. As you can see, I have installed PHP 7.4 and PHP 8.0. So you can find the let us update the disable the function in PHP 7.4. So you can find the function disable function like that. And here I have noted all the dangerous functions. So let us disable them. Now you can see we have disabled these dangerous functions. So now let's move to the next point. So next point is disable anonymize FTP in WHM. So as you can see, FTP server is disabled FTP is disabled on my server. So this functionality or this feature is not applied to my server. So if you are using FTP feature in your web, in your application for development purpose, you are using FTP, so you can make this security in your WHM panel. So if you need a, so we have covered all the points to secure your cPanel or WHM server. So if you need a PDF, so you just comment your email ID in comment box. So I will send you the PDF file as a personal. Thank you. Thanks for your time.